Welcome to another edition of Crusader Sports Network. I'm Will Turboff and joined by Robert Gonslin. We are about to see your Strike Jesuit Fighting Crusaders take on Alief Taylor here at Markle Steel Baseball Field. Robert, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good about today's matchup. Alief Taylor hasn't been the strongest team in District 23 6A this year. Meanwhile, our own Strike Crusaders been a pretty solid team. We got some good recruits on board. Garrett Stratton gonna go play at Rice. I don't think he's
It's Trey
played
Duffield, too.
Andy Leon though over at shortstop. Columbia man. He's your guy to watch out for today. He'll be leading the team.
Yeah, Ryan Montgomery is on the mound to start off for your Crusaders, and we are just about ready to kick it off here.
Beautiful day too.
It is beautiful. Leading off for the Lions is Courtney Neal, and that is going to be strike one. So 0-1 here to Neal.
Pretty calm day right now.
Not a huge crowd here tonight. 0-2. Montgomery looking off to get a fast start.
I know how much Montgomery loves this game. He stopped right after freshman year. Stopped playing football. He played football freshman year, and then became right after that semester just became the baseball man. He's been dedicating his whole high school career to this game. Put his blood, sweat, and tears into it, and it's paying off for him.
Yeah, the lineup tonight is dominated by seniors, and you have been around a lot of these guys, and that's going to be 2-2 here. Just talk about your relationship with some of the guys on this team.
We'll start with Andy Leon, the shortstop. He's going to Columbia, like I said earlier. I've gone at a couple, at my time, actually over at Vibe, I've had a couple chances to interview him and ask him some questions, especially when the pandemic kind of
Next up to Taylor,
stopped
number
everything
5, Sebastian Brayu, number 5.
Leon's a really hard worker. Connor Bartlett, also a very hard worker. I've gotten to talk to him a little bit. They're just very happy that they can play this season.
So Montgomery gets a strikeout to start off, and hopefully we get to talk a little bit more about that later on. So up now for Alief Taylor is Sebastian Abreu. First pitch is going to be a strike from Montgomery, starting off hot. Crusaders coming off a loss to Pearland Dawson. A win this time last week in extra innings against Shadow Creek. 0-2 here. On the 0-2, he's going to make contact at third base. And that will be out number 2 here for the Crusaders.
Now batting for Taylor, number 11, Corey Grant, number 11.
A little bit of a rough start, like I said, for Alief Taylor. They're about 0-8. They've took some pretty hard losses in terms of score.
And to be honest, let's be honest here. A lot of their games have been blowouts. District season is just starting off right here. See if they can turn it around.
It does take a lot, though, to go out on the field every game and play at the varsity level in high school.
So 1-0 here. Be 1-1 on the foul tip to Corey Grant. That 1-2. Like I said, great start here for Montgomery. We can get his second strikeout of this top of the first here. And that will be strike number 3. Great way to start off the game for the Crusaders. Grunwald, Vaquero, and Duffield will be your first 3 up.
Especially heading into the beginning of district play. You're starting, this is just one inning, but you're starting off strong. Maybe a little bit of new emotions are coming up. This is the more important part of the season, but as long as you just keep that same mindset heading into this half, looks like you'll still be in good shape.
Absolutely. All right, and we are back
Leading off the
for,
Crusaders, number 8,
for the
Greenwald.
bottom half of the inning. Gabe Grunwald will be leading off for the Crusaders. Esteban Torres on the mound for Alief Taylor.
Gabe has been a two-sport athlete all 4 years of high school. Played a little bit of defensive back on the football field, and now I think he's been prioritizing baseball. However,
He's been, in the few games that I've seen this year, he's been great. We'll see what he can do tonight. He is starting at left field tonight, and he is going to take ball one. The dugout was all riled up for that first pitch.
no kidding.
1-0. Oh, and that's going to hit him right in the helmet.
That one, he took that one like a champ. It looked like he didn't even
Next
flinch.
up, number 15, James Vaquero.
So now James Vaquero up to bat for the Crusaders.
That's one way you start the game. That's one way you
Yeah,
start the
yeah.
game.
Not looking to get hit, but you'll take it.
Take what you can get, right?
Vaquero waiting for the pitch from Torres, and Grunwald is going to steal second on a wild
So
pitch.
third.
He was definitely thinking about it, but a wild pitch leads to now a man on second, and that is Grunwald.
It's always interesting to watch a left-handed hitter go
Absolutely.
in action.
Vaquero takes the 2-0 right there. Nicknamed J-Vac. One of those guys who has quite a bit of varsity experience. He's gonna swing and miss on that one. The 2-1, the first strike there.
He really wanted that pitch right there. He really wanted to take that one.
You know the message tonight, going against a team that has really struggled to start off the season is just let him rip. And Grunwald is going to steal third right there, too.
I'd say my keys to the game for the Crusaders is when you're playing a team, like you said, that has struggled, you can just get an early lead, get comfortable in the game, and just stick to what you've been practicing.
So on the 3-1, Grunwald is going to come home. That'll be the first run of the game for the Crusaders.
That goes for the Crusaders, number 9, Trey Duffield.
Just like that, now a man on first, and Trey Duffield is up to bat.
Clay Richardson, courtesy runner.
He's a junior, but he's already committed to go play down at Rice on South Main.
He committed his was it earlier this junior year.
Earlier this year, Garrett Stratton is also committed to play there.
Felt like such a long time ago, but it was this school year he had his commitment.
That's right. Duffield has been a staple for this team, not only this year, last season too, in that shortened season, and he gets some nice contact on that one. Vaquero is rounding third. So now a man on second and third.
Now batting number 17, Shane Pellegrino.
Just like that, Shane Pellegrino will be up to bat for the Crusaders. So all of the first three batters got on base.
This is actually my first time getting to watch Shane play. Excited to see what he can do. First broadcast, first time watching Pellegrino.
Torres off to a rough start here for Taylor. See if he can turn it around. First pitch is going to be high. Oh no. That's going to come back towards us.
We got our ace, Ryan Montgomery, up next, actually.
You like those pitchers that can Looking mashed,
He
too.
does, I know.
And he is definitely going to have a chance here tonight.
It's always fun when you're watching a baseball game, like an MLB game, and you see
2-1.
in the National League, especially, like when you see those pitchers actually like get a good hit or even get a home run. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems like they may be doing away with that soon with the universal DH, but yeah, there's definitely some pitchers that can still really hit. It's gonna be 3-1 now. Chance to load the bases up here, but I know Pellegrino wants to bring Vaquero and Duffield both home. Crusaders up 1-0 here on Taylor. And that one's going to be ball 4, so load the bases.
Bases are loaded.
For Ryan Montgomery.
Let's see
Now
what the
batting the
pitcher can
pitcher,
do.
number 32, Ryan Montgomery.
Yeah, like you said, Ryan has focused on baseball in the last couple of years, and he has really excelled at
Really
it.
loves it.
So on the first pitch to Montgomery, to make some contact to the second baseman. Couldn't field it cleanly, and a man comes home.
Score run at least. RBI.
So first out here.
Next up, number 10, Andy Leon.
Still men on second and third, and a run scored. So 2-0 Crusaders. Andy Leon up to bat.
Here comes a guy who's really dedicated his craft to this game. Got pulled up to varsity, actually made varsity his sophomore year, and he's like Ryan Montgomery. Just loves the game absolutely. Can't wait to watch him at the D1 level.
We love watching him play, and that one's going to be a strike. Wasn't sure if he went there. So 0-1 to Leon. Men on second and third. That one's going to be wild. Duffield coming home, and he has got it. So 3-0 Crusaders. Off to a great start.
Said that you want to get out early, just get to a comfortable lead.
Still a man on third. Crusaders looking to extend this lead and maybe make it over before it even starts. And that one's going to be wild too. And another runner comes home. So 4-0.
We'll make it.
The base is empty now.
Yeah. Just like that, you go from knocking in all 3 runs, and then you got bases empty. But you did. At least you got all those runs.
2-1 to Leon. And he is going to get some contact. That's going to go over.
the fielder's head.
He's thinking about going to third, and that's what he'll do.
We'll be inside. Stop at third base.
Yeah, a stand-up triple there. Great
That's
job
actually the
by
hardest one to
Leon.
hit.
Yeah.
Now batting for the Crusaders, number 28,
You know,
Casey
like
Presto.
it's a little early to say something like this, but since it's this early in the game, and you've gotten the hardest one of the 4, maybe Leon can get the cycle tonight.
Yeah.
Triple is the hardest one to get.
He's going to have, if they keep him in the whole game, quite a few chances
I've never
up
seen
there.
anyone finish the cycle.
And he is coming home. 5-0 Crusaders.
There you go.
5 out of the 6 runners that have already been up to the plate have now scored. I think that's 3 on a wild pitch. So the 1-0 to Lepresto. You've got to wonder if they're going to take out Torres pretty soon. Be a foul tip right there.
I've seen Lepresto grow a lot since freshman year. He was always a tall kid, I've seen him put on a lot of muscle since about actually his sophomore years. See him, you can just watch those high school athletes progress and dedicate their whole bodies to the sport they love. They can become some great athletes.
Got a lot of great athletes on this team. Very well-rounded guys. He is starting at first base tonight, and he'll take a ball right there. Make it 2-1. Just about 6:15 here. Still bright outside with the daylight savings. Feels great outside, and the Crusaders are having a great day, but that one's going to sting a little bit. I missed it. So
Was that foul tipped off the bat and then hit his body?
I think he made it ducked out of the way right there at the last second. 3-1. You know these guys want to get a hit. The walks are starting to get. So 3-1 with one out. That one's wild. He's going to run over there to first. So man on first. 5-0 for the Crusaders.
Number 4, Gutierrez.
Got a chance to bat around, and they will very likely do it with the man at the 8th spot, Joe Gutierrez, up to bat.
Lots of seniors on the team this year. Not all of them are in the game tonight. Cameron Hawley, I believe, is in the dugout along with Cade Townsend. Many more, actually. But, like, great leadership. Coming last year, a lot of these guys were on the varsity team with Drew Leach and Dylan Campbell. Learned a lot, even though they didn't get to play that much. And they're just carrying it on to this year.
Yeah, we talked about Torres maybe being replaced, and that is exactly what happened after 1/3 of an inning. The shortstop for Alief Taylor, Courtney Neal, will now be in to pitch. So Neal was the leadoff guy for Taylor, and if someone that's there's gonna be 9 innings of work here for Alief Taylor, and they may have to go through quite a few guys the way things have started off here. All right, and we are back here from Markle Steel Baseball Field. Crusaders up 5-0 here in the bottom of the first. And there's a man at first right now. Here we go, Gutierrez up to bat. Be 0-1. Schedule going to start to ramp up here for the Crusaders with these district games.
We were just talking about the rest of District 23 6A. Alief Hastings, near Alief Taylor. Their record proves to be a lot better, 10-5. Might be a pretty good matchup for the Crusaders.
Yeah, Hastings overall not exactly in athletic powerhouse. But a great record to start off here in baseball. Lepresto coming home, and that's going to be 6-0 now. As Gutierrez gets on.
Next up for the Crusaders, number 6,
It's pretty rare when you see a batter go, someone bat twice in one inning. We just might see that.
Yeah, unless there's a double play here, that's exactly what we see. Grunwald coming up next. Caleb Garcia-Ramo up here. He's going to take the first pitch. Make it 1-0. A lot of competition around the Houston area this year. Tompkins off to a great start.
Tompkins is almost. Aren't they 19th?
I believe they are. They're top 20 in the nation. Dribbler right there. Be a foul ball.
Tompkins is good.
Bridgeland has started off very good.
Bridgeland is also just an athletic powerhouse now.
Yeah, Bridgeland
in many sports.
In their I believe 4th year as a school. They've already got quite a few great athletes in there. 1-1 here to Garcia-Ramo. Neal's going to take a step off. Get himself together for the 1-1. Garcia-Ramo will, and that'll go past the second base.
Gabe Grunwald is back up to bat.
There we go. Batting around, and there's only one out.
He's facing a new pitcher. Got hit right now with the first time, I believe, on the second pitch of the game. Now we'll get another chance at we'll get another at bat. See if he can. He'll probably want to turn this one into a hit, given that he's seeing everyone else get a crack at it.
Absolutely. So your Crusaders leading 6-0 here in the top of the first. It's going to be a nice pitch there for Neal. Make it 0-1. Men at first and second. Pitch off to Grunwald. Coming back at us here. 0-2. Neal just one pitch away from a strikeout. Would be the first of the game for Taylor. And here's the 0-2. Another foul ball there. Almost hit pretty hard.
Way to really fight this at bat. He wants that hit. I do not believe Gabe is going to play anywhere in college for either football or baseball, but he's just here to enjoy his high school career. He's making the most of it.
And Neal is going to enjoy that strikeout. So out number 2 here for Alief Taylor.
Number 15, James Carroll.
Just one out away from getting out of this nightmare inning. Or dream inning, depending on how you look at it.
Dream for the home team, of course.
Vaquero back up to bat. Your catcher here tonight. And that first one's going to go right to Neal, and that's out number 3. So Neal comes in and stops the bleeding just a little bit. We'll see you back at the top half of the second. Your Crusaders leading 6-0.
That inning almost took 30 minutes.
Y'all practice during like MLB games? Call it. So you don't play, you let your friends play?
No, I
you
play
just,
and commentate.
off for Taylor, number 1, Esteban Torres, number 1.
All right, we're back here at
We
the
are back.
top of the second. Esteban Torres, who was your pitcher for quite a while.
Montgomery got a lot of rest on that one from that bottom of the first inning.
He's going to start off
Hopefully
with a
he's not
strike.
too cold. Hopefully he's still warm.
So on the 0-1, it's going to be striking number 2. Montgomery looking for yet another strikeout after a great first inning. I gotta say, that one was a little outside. Make it 1 and 2. Torres has got some really nice hair. I'll say that. It's not gonna help him there. That's a strikeout. Out number 1 for the Crusaders.
Next up for Taylor, number 10, High Win.
And that's a big boy. High win for Alief Taylor right here.
Almost batting cleanup, but you want some of your more powerful hitters kind of in the middle of the lineup, near the fourth spot. He's 5th spot. He might be their cleanup as well.
That one is gonna just go foul there. So 0-1 to win. We'd like to thank all 14 of you for joining us so far tonight. We start our first season here commentating the baseball games. Of course, last year, season shortened by COVID-19.
Yeah, definitely share Crusaders Sports Network with a friend, family member. Spread the word. We're happy to finally be here commentating baseball.
Wynn is going to ground out here.
Next up for Taylor, number 21, Antoine Coleman.
Coleman, the DH for Taylor. Number 21. They've got a lot of big guys on this team. I'll say that. (1-0) to Coleman. Montgomery looking to have another quick inning here. And that one is going to stay fair. And it'll be out number 3.
1, 2, 3 outs.
So another great inning there for Montgomery. And I believe Trey Duffield will be the first batter in the bottom of the second.
Leading off in the bottom of the second, number 9, Trey Duffield.
All right, we're back for the bottom of the second. Courtney Neal still on the mound for the Lions of Alief Taylor.
Here he comes. Already had a double last inning.
Yeah,
I'm sure he feels pretty good.
I think everyone feels
I
pretty
think
good
everyone-
tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, everyone probably thinking they're having a good day. Probably thinking that.
Maybe they can match inning number 1, make it 12-0 before we get out of the bottom of the second. Great pitch there by Courtney Neal.
Might have been one of their best pitches of the game.
And Duffield gonna swing at that one too. So 0-2. Neal off to a great start in this inning. Waiting for the 0-2 to Duffield. Here it is. That one is gonna be high. So 1-2. Yeah, Duffield in the class of 2022. One of the leaders from that class, Garrett Stratton, who is not playing tonight. Ace on the mound for the Crusaders. That ball is going to go foul and hit the track. Over here, back at Strike Jesuit, it's going to be...
See that rolling still right now.
So 2-2, no outs. Crusaders leading 6-0 in the bottom of the second. That's right. I know it may seem crazy to those of you looking at the scoreboard. And let's load the count up. Why don't we? 3-2. Duffield trying to make it interesting here.
Our first 3-2 count of the game. Looks like Taylor's found a little bit of their groove.
Wow. And Neal gonna strike out Trey Duffield there.
I think they've gotten pretty comfortable with Neal.
Next up for the Crusaders, number
Yeah.
17, Shane Pellegrino.
Yeah, Torres started off for them.
Not so hot.
Yeah, it didn't work out. But Neal is looking strong here. Not quite a perfect game, but maybe he can do it the rest of the game. Shane Pellegrino up to bat for the Crusaders. Another junior on the team. Neal with the first pitch of the at-bat, and that one is going to go in between the shortstop and the third baseman.
He's gonna. That would be a good single. He was thinking about going to 2.
Now batting
That was
for
definitely his
Crusader,
pitch.
Ryan Montgomery.
Yeah, you got to think up this much.
No hesitation on that swing.
These guys are willing to take some risks. Ryan Montgomery, who has been an ace on the mound. I just said that. He is up to bat here. I believe he already got on in the first. Pellegrino stealing. He probably wouldn't have made that against most teams. And he gets to third. Interesting play there. So, it's going to be...
That chance of getting to steal third base, that was a gimme.
Yeah, it did look like they were giving it to him.
Yeah.
6-0. Crusaders looking to get on the board here in the bottom of the second.
You know, a couple of these errors that Taylor has made, like right now, or
I think we may have jinxed Courtney Neal.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say these lost pitches or over the head pitches and errors have actually turned into a good few of our runs.
Yeah, I think there's been more runs on wild pitches than there have on
or stolen bases,
RBIs.
stealing home.
So 2-0 here to Montgomery. And that'll be another hit. Boys in the dugout are pumped, and rightfully so. 7-0.
Next up, number 10, Andy Leon.
Andy Leon up to bat now.
Like I said, he got the triple. His first at bat.
Road to the cycle.
Road to the cycle. If he gets out, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to jinx anything, but I just want to sit back and watch.
Oh, I don't think that one's going to be a hit.
If this falls,
Oh, man. That's going to be out number 2. So, quick inning here so far for Taylor.
Jacob LaPresto.
We just got word they are no longer counting errors for Alief Taylor. 7-0. Only 4 hits so far for the Crusaders. That's right. A lot of walks, a lot of errors, like we said. But LaPresto can't come through there. Sensational inning for Courtney Neal. Only gives up 1 run. We're headed to the bottom of the second.
Back up, honestly.
Excuse me, the top of the third. Starting off with the top of the third here. Montgomery still on the mound for the Crusaders. Starts off the inning with 2 strikes.
Quick 0-2 count already.
He's had about as good of a game as you can hope for. No hits. I would think it'd be outside though.
Just like that.
Yeah, nice job there by the batter from 0-2 to 2-2. 2 pitches that were quite a bit outside. Looking to get him to chase unsuccessfully. That one's going to be right down the middle.
Just watch that one go by.
It's a strikeout.
Next up for Taylor, number 4, Damian Williams.
So Danarin Williams now up to bat for Alief Taylor. He's the 8th batter, so that's a pretty good game for Montgomery so far. Strike 1 here.
The lineup yet.
Oh, there. Believe Montgomery's pitching a perfect game. Swung that one so hard the bat came off. 0-2. Not a great start for Danarin Williams. Maybe he will end this oh-so-perfect game for Montgomery.
I would love to see that.
But that is going to be strike 3. Starting off the inning with 2 strikeouts.
Both these strikeouts were on pitches where the batters just watched it go straight down the middle.
You know, 2 backward Ks
Maybe it's not
already.
their pitches, but if it's right down the middle.
Now batting for Taylor, number 13. Nate
Gotta
Martinez.
think he'd swing, right?
Yeah, it's got to be your pitch at some point. Looks like there is a substitution here for Taylor. Nate Martinez up to bat. And strike one. So Montgomery just 2 strikes away from striking out the side. On the 0-1.
Another right down the middle.
0-2.
How many pitches has this inning been?
Not a lot. So
I was gonna
0-2
say,
here.
what is, like,
And that's going to be strike 3. So Ryan Montgomery striking out the
3
side.
batters, 3 strikeouts. We'll be back.
Gotcha. Is that just staying open? Oh, do they? Yeah, you can hear that? Leading off for the Crusaders in the bottom of the third, number 4, Joey Gutierrez, number 4.
And we're back for the bottom of the third. Joey Gutierrez leading off for your Strike Jesuit Fighting Crusaders.
Also someone who I've seen just dedicate his whole high school career to the game of baseball. I think this is the most passionate class. I mean, I've never really been too close with the other classes for baseball. I knew Drew Leach pretty well. But this class has been very passionate about the sport that they love.
He may be passionate, but that one was strike 1. So 0-1 here to Gutierrez.
It's not always going to go north.
And take ball 1. Yeah, like you said, a really strong senior class. Like I said earlier, most of the lineup is seniors. These guys will be missed come season's end. Gutierrez is going to take ball 2 there. Neal is still on the mound for Taylor. He hasn't been all that bad. Really turned it around last inning, only giving up 1 run, and that was on a wild pitch. A 2-2 here to Gutierrez. Two is going to be high, but the first baseman Win is going to field that one for out number 1.
Next up for the Crusaders, the right fielder, Caleb Garcia-Ramel.
Caleb Garcia-Ramel up to bat for the Crusaders with 1 out.
I know I've talked a lot about the senior class growing and working hard to develop their bodies, but this is a kid, Caleb Garcia-Ramel, who hit a major growth spurt, I feel like. From sophomore year to now, I think he grew about maybe 4 inches. This man really shot up.
He's one of the tallest guys on the team.
Definitely wasn't like that my freshman year.
It's a 1-1. He's gonna get the catcher there. Make it 1-2. 1 out so far in the inning. Here's the 1-2 from Neal. And to the shortstop.
Did he beat it?
Oh, they're gonna call him out. That one was very close.
I thought he beat it.
Next up, number 8, Gabe Greenwald.
Blue over there says otherwise.
Third time's the charm. Let's see if Gabe will get the hit he's been looking for.
Yeah, unless these guys are getting hit, they have no excuse for all of them, not hitting the cycle tonight. It'll be ball 1. 1-0 here to Grunwald. And that one's going to be low as well. Make it 2-0. Very calm night here at Straight Jesuit. That one's going to be high. Neal kind of spiraling out of control. So 3-0. These guys want to get on base the right way with a hit, but they'll always take a walk. I think he was taking all the way there. Make it 3-1.
I know he really wants that hit.
Ooh, and he was swinging for the fences, or maybe the apartments across the street.
Fighting a 3-2 count right now. Let's see how long he can stick it out or get away with the hit.
3-2, 2 outs. And Courtney Neal finishing off a great inning there for Alief Taylor. We are headed to the top of the 4th. Your Crusaders still leading 7-0, but a huge improvement.
Looks like we have somewhat of
Taylor.
a better ball game now.
Camera. Go, Holly.
Leading off for Taylor, number 6, Courtney Neal.
So here at the top of the 4th, Courtney Neal, the ace on the mound for Alief Taylor, is leading off. See if he can get a knock and the perfect game.
He's
for
really
McCaffrey.
picked it up in terms of fielding for the Lions. Let's see if he can pick it up with the batting. Definitely leading the team right now.
Oh,
Like I
and
said,
I
doing
called
it
that
all.
one,
Doing it all
unfortunately.
for his team.
So hit number 1 for Alief Taylor. They finally get on the board apart from their errors. Abreu now up to bat for Alief Taylor. Montgomery had that That he was thinking about that perfect game.
He was thinking about it.
But 3 full innings with no hits, very impressive.
I've always wanted to witness a perfect game or no hitter happen.
I play softball on the weekends. You can see one there. So, Abreu up to bat here. Trying to pick off Neal there. Man on first. He is showing bunt. No bueno. It's going to go foul. 0-1. Neal was on his way to second there. Looks pretty fast.
Only going forward now. He's really trying to pick off
Yeah, Neal over there.
Neal. He's not. He wants the. Montgomery definitely wants the last laugh. Took away his perfect game. Will he get it? Oh! That was
Oh!
clean, but he dropped it.
Oh! Great throw there by James Vaquero. Just almost had that steal. He got the
That was
steal.
a really
Almost
cool
picked him
game.
off, yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, he's out. Oh,
Excuse me, that's a courtesy runner.
let's see who
Don't want to
is.
get the pitcher hurt, right?
Absolutely. It is number 3 coming in here. Got Keith Shaw. First man in scoring position for Alief Taylor. They've really turned a leaf so far in the top of the 4th. After 3 perfect innings for Ryan Montgomery, this one hasn't started off quite as smooth.
Still no outs.
1-1 here to Abreu. Make it strike 2.
You know, but even though this is not his best inning, you just take what you have, you go forward and try to strike out the next batter. Maybe get a little double play action once you have that option. There's not really a double play.
And that's a strikeout. He has got the stuff tonight. Strikes out Sebastian Abreu there.
Number 11, Corey Grant. Number 11.
Corey Grant up to bat now. Man on second here for Taylor. And strike number 1 to Grant. Was a little high, but still in the zone. The runner Keith Shaw getting a little bit of a leadoff. Montgomery not too worried about him, but he'll give up a ball right there, even the count at 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 1 man on.
That was a nice curveball right there. Great pitch.
It's always a nice curveball when you can tell.
When you master that pitch, it's always beautiful to watch. I know it's kind of obvious, but it is.
Hit down the third base line, it's foul. Deadlocked here at 1 and 2 with 1 out.
Well, who's your top team in the region so far?
Pearland Dawson, they've looked great from the little bit that I've seen. But like I said earlier, Katie
They're also
Tompkins,
in our district, yeah.
they are. So playing a team like
Jesuit
Dawson,
has the potential to be up there. I mean, they definitely have talent.
Yeah, started off amazing last year. Kept it up a little bit this year. Definitely need to make some improvements. They're hoping to win a championship. So full count now to Grant. The man on second. That was going to be a foul ball. Right here to the backstop. Montgomery looking for yet another strikeout. He's had quite a few.
This is the battle.
Oh, and that one's going to be ball 4. First walk. He gives up all game. So 2 men on for Alief Taylor.
Double play ball.
Esteban Torres.
Turn to third, second, or first.
Esteban Torres, who started the game off pitching, is up to bat once again.
Good to see him back in the game, honestly. Good to see. He's not out for good, See what you can do
Pinch running number 8, Enrique Cabrera.
on the scoring end.
So Grant, who is quite the large fella, will have a pinch runner, Enrique Cabrera, come in for him. Esteban Torres, number 1 up to bat, and that's going to be strike number 1. One out, 2 men on base. Like Robert said, it's a double play ball. It's going to be 0-2. Montgomery looking to turn it around here just a bit. And that's going to be strike number 3.
There's the strikeout he's looking for. Looking for that one all inning.
But still 2 men on. The threat is not
Now batting
fully gone.
High win.
I win. Up to bat once again. High win is gonna.
Ryan Montgomery right there.
High win is gonna take strike 1.
He seemed right in just in the right spot. Not too outside.
It'll be interesting to see how long coach keeps him in there. Not a lot of pitches in the first few innings.
Swing and a miss.
Looking for another strikeout. I believe that would take our count to a lot.
Sure will.
0-2, 2 men on, 2 outs, and he is going to strike high, went out. Another great inning for Ryan Montgomery.
Props to Ryan Montgomery for getting out of that. Wasn't really in the most dangerous position, but he didn't have the best start like he did in the other 3 innings, but definitely won that battle.
Leading off for the Crusaders in the bottom of the fourth, number 15, James Vaquero.
Vaquero is going to lead off here for the Crusaders in the bottom of the fourth. Seven to 0 is your score after that scorching hot start. 6 runs in the bottom of the first. Haven't been able to quite keep that pace up, but they are still cruising to a district win. Thanks. A 1-1 here to Vaquero. Bottom of the fourth. Starting to cool down here a little bit.
He's doing a great job at catcher right now. Vaquero cleaned up a lot of balls in the dirt.
Oh! And that one's high. I was thinking we may have
Someone
gotten
gonna call that.
Oh! Maybe inside the park home run for Vaquero?
Maybe,
the helmet
maybe.
is on its
I don't
way
know.
off. Oh.
Nope.
He's going to get to third on an error.
Does Vaquero have a hit tonight?
I don't think so, no. Only 5 hits so far for the Crusaders. A lot of walks and a lot of errors.
You have Leon as a hit, Vaquero as a hit, Duffield as a hit.
And Duffield is up to bat now. And, oh, right to the shortstop there. Line drive.
At the plate, number 17, Shane Pellegrino.
So just like that, now in the inning. Still 7-0. And now Shane Pellegrino is up to bat for the Crusaders. Pellegrino took the first pitch of the at-bat to make it 1-0.
That's a hit. That will score a run. Here comes Vaquero. Pellegrino's actually going to go to second.
Man, Pellegrino.
Kind of surprised he didn't go to third. That one went all the way to the wall.
Now batting number 32, Ryan Montgomery.
So the Crusaders finally get back on the board
That's right.
after one dormant inning. 8-0 is your score. Just about an hour into this game. Ryan Montgomery up to bat. The pitcher. No big deal, almost had a perfect game for about half the game.
You know who's coming up?
Who's coming up?
Andy Leon.
Wow.
I really think he could get the cycle.
We'll see about that. Montgomery gets some nice contact. Taylor has had some fielding issues, but they're able to get that one. And, oh, they're just gonna let Shane Pellegrino go to third.
Great hustle right there.
Batting number 10, Andy
Slid
Leon.
head first in the third base. Pitcher was running. Looked like he was going to get there first, but Pellegrino had it in the long run.
Andy Leon, your boy, up to bat here. Going for the cycle. He's got a triple already.
He has the hardest one.
On the first pitch. Oh, that's gonna be a double, and he is gonna bring.
It's a double. 2 down, 2 to go.
Robert said he has always wanted to see a cycle, and I think he just may see it tonight. 9-0 for the Crusaders. 2 runs in this inning. Looking like they may not stop. 1-0 here to Lepresto. Oh, and a great catch there made by the center fielder.
Great catch.
And
Great
that is
catch.
going to end the 4th inning.
That was Taylor's play of the game for Taylor. Great catch.
We will be back to kick off the 5th inning.
It's like UIL State in their playoffs, they all 7 innings and like the
Leading off on top of the 5th, the 8th, number 21, Antoine Coleman.
Back here to start off the 5th inning. Montgomery's still on the mound, and he is going to start this inning off with a strike.
Montgomery's still out there. Having a great game. Great day himself.
Only 1 hit given up to Taylor so far. That one's going to be ball 1. Ooh. Inside quite a bit. Batter was trying to get out of the way so it wouldn't hit him, but it's called a strike there for Montgomery. He's the first batter of the inning, and he's going to strike out. Just an amazing game so far
For Ryan Montgomery.
Now batting for Taylor, number 22, Terry Washington.
Batting for the first time here tonight is Terry Washington. Like the head coach here for Alief Taylor is walking out to go to third base. So Washington in, like I said, for the first time. Nice to see some guys that usually wouldn't be in the starting lineup get some reps. And he's going to take the first one for a
He's looking
strike.
for his pitch. This is his first at bat, I believe.
It is. On the 0-1, this time Washington will
Quickly
swing
down
at
to
it.
0-2.
Yeah,
Montgomery's loving this.
He's looking for a nice little 3-pitch strikeout. And that's what he
I
gets.
almost hit him too, and he still swung. Quickly, it's 2 outs.
2 outs
At the bat, number
very
4,
quickly here.
Ian Williams.
Montgomery looking to end this inning quick. And Denron Williams starts off swinging 0-1.
This may be one of Montgomery's best. Best innings.
So
they've all
far.
been great innings, but definitely better than the last one. Not that the last one was bad, but this one's kind of looking like the first one.
Yeah,
Quickly,
great.
it's 2 outs, 2 strikes. One more does it.
1 and 2 here with 2 outs. Looking for yet another strikeout to send us into the bottom of the 5th. One is going to be low in the dirt there. So 2 and 2 with 2 outs. Nobody on. And that's strike 3. Ryan Montgomery with the game of his life.
He's your man.
So the Crusaders up 9-0 in the bottom of the 5th here.
Leading off for the
The mercy
Crusaders,
rule.
4, Joey Gutierrez.
And Strike Jesuit is in UIL is 10 runs after 5 innings. So they're just 1 away right here. We could see
I'd hate for a team to lose like that, but it's also a great thing if your team is winning that way.
yeah, it's never bad to win by a lot.
Not at all.
We like those games that go down to the wire, but winning by 10 is
We were looking at that 16-13 loss earlier that Taylor suffered to Willow Ridge. Even though they may not be two very talented teams, it could have been a great game to go to.
those high scoring games.
16-13.
Yeah, well, that's the most runs that Taylor has scored all year. Couldn't quite get there tonight. But Courtney Neal has really been the star for Taylor. Came in the first inning, has only given up about 3 runs since coming in, which doesn't seem like the best, but all things considered has been very good. Gutierrez.
First hit.
Oh,
Might get there. He will.
he is going to get there.
There's your first man on base.
Man on first.
Caleb Garcia Romero.
The kid who like I said, hit a huge growth spurt, I'd have to say. It'd be great if he was the hero of the day.
I don't know if
All our players have been heroes, really. Ryan Montgomery's the obviously player of the game.
yeah, Andy Leon couldn't quite get the cycle here tonight. And
Never know, it's not over yet.
Neal is trying to pick off the runner Gutierrez there at first base. Unsuccessfully, though. That was the Crusaders' 8th hit of the game on 9 runs, no errors. one's going to be a nice pitch there. 0-1. And Gutierrez will steal second on a wild pitch.
Puts Gutierrez, like you said, puts him in scoring position. Makes things a little bit easier for Caleb Garcia-Ramo.
Yep, it will. No outs. Counts at 1-1. Man on second. In scoring position. Oh, he was looking to drive Gutierrez in. On the 1-2. Ooh, first baseman has a hard time fielding that one, and he didn't realize he didn't have the ball. It's going to be hard to get an out when the ball is
Now batting for the Crusaders, the left
still on the field.
19, Harrison Cuero.
So Cuero,
First at bat.
I believe he checked into the game for Grunwald a little bit earlier on. So no outs. Men on first and third.
This could do it.
Chance to have a walk-off right here. .720 here at Merkel Steel Baseball Field. It's been a quick one so far after that long bottom of the first. And he's going to take the first pitch of the at-bat. 1-0. And that is going to be run number 10 for the Crusaders. And that will be the game. So great outing here for Ryan Montgomery. And
Player of the game. Like you said, Ryan Montgomery.
he really had a great one. But some offensive, some great batting all around for the Crusaders on 8 hits. Only one hit. And I believe there are only 2 base runners for Alief Taylor.
Also give props to players like Andy Leone, the triple, the double. Many of our players hit a lot of RBIs. It's just a great quick evening for the Crusader baseball and their fans.
Yeah, the bottom of the first inning really proved crucial for the Crusaders, putting up 6 runs, 6 out of their 10 runs.
Made it a little bit easier for me on my first time calling baseball.
Yeah, we're really excited to see what the Crusaders can do the rest of the season. For Robert Gonsolin, I'm Will Turboff. Thank you for tuning in.
Joining in.